Welcome to the Explainer. We're all pretty used to thinking of AI as just an answer machine. But what if its real power, its hidden strength, is helping us tackle the biggest, messiest questions about our society? Today, we're going to look at how AI is evolving into a true thinking partner.
All right, so let's just dive right in. When you think of AI, what's the first thing that really comes to mind? For most of us, it's probably about getting quick, easy, factual answers.
Yeah, for the longest time, the popular view of AI has been as a tool for the hard sciences. It's fantastic at things with clear, objective, black and white answers, like writing code or solving a really tricky math problem. These are the kinds of tasks where there's one single, correct solution.
But here's the big question. What if AI's most powerful, its most game-changing ability, lies in the exact opposite direction? What if its true strength isn't found in clean, simple logic, but in the messy, tangled, and deeply human world of our own society? We're talking about the world of what are called complex systems. These are fields like sociology or history or political science. And in these areas, there are no simple right answers. There's just this dense, tangled web of competing interests, unpredictable human behavior, and just constant change. And these complex systems, well, they're home to what academics call wicked problems. And that is a fantastic name, isn't it? It perfectly describes these challenges that are so convoluted, so tangled up, they seem almost impossible to really solve.
So, what is a wicked problem? Well, it's an issue that's so intertwined with everything else that it just refuses to stay in one neat little box. It spills over into economics and culture and national security all at the same time. And if you try to solve it from just one angle, you're pretty much guaranteed to fail.
Okay, let's make this real with an example. A perfect case of a wicked problem is a declining birth rate. On the surface, that might sound like a simple demographic shift, right? But it is so much more than that.
Think about it. An economist looks at it and sees a future labor shortage. A sociologist sees a major shift in family structures and city life. A military strategist, they see a shrinking pool of potential soldiers. The thing is, it's all of these things happening at once. And if you only look at it through one of those lenses, you completely miss the real scale of the problem.
So, how on earth can an AI help us with something this messy? Well, it turns out that AI has a couple of analytical superpowers that are just perfectly suited for this kind of challenge. And interestingly, they're in two areas where we humans often get stuck. Okay, its first superpower is something called interdisciplinary synthesis. Just think about it for a second. A human expert, no matter how brilliant, is often kind of trapped by their professional background. It's called the silo effect. But in AI, it can instantly connect the dots between philosophy and economics and military strategy all at the same time. It sees the entire landscape at once. And its second superpower is this incredible ability to hold opposing ideas at the same time. You know how a news story or a politician might push one single narrative? Well, an AI can create what's called a dialectical space. It's like a mental arena where it can analyze multiple, even totally contradictory viewpoints at the same time, without immediately picking a side. So this lets it look at that declining birth rate from all these different angles. Is it a potential national security crisis? Yeah, maybe. But is it also a moment of liberation for individuals who are choosing different life paths? Could be. And for workers, could it even mean more bargaining power because labor is getting scarce? Absolutely. The AI can hold all of these truths at once.
But, and this is a really important but, as powerful as all this sounds, the AI is not doing this deep thinking all by itself. There's a secret ingredient, a crucial missing piece that makes this whole thing work.
Which brings us to a key question, right? Is the machine just magically spitting out these profound insights all by itself? And the answer to that is a hard no. Not at all. Because the single most important part of this entire process, it isn't the algorithm, it isn't the data, it's the human sitting at the keyboard. It's you. This powerful partnership between human and machine, it has a name. It's called the Centaur model. And yeah, it's named after that mythical creature that was half human, half horse, combining the best of both worlds. In this case, it's about merging your strategic intuition with the AI's just massive knowledge base and its raw logical power. So in this partnership, you should think of yourself as the navigator. You're the one setting the course. You're the one using your gut to spot the hidden dangers. The AI, well, the AI is your trusted aide. It's like your chief of staff, providing all the academic ammunition,
crunching the data, and weaving together all the logical arguments to help you get where you're going.
So, your role here is anything but passive. You are actively steering this incredibly powerful engine of analysis. But how? How do you actually do that? Well, it turns out your most important contributions come from your uniquely human skills. It's that intuition you have. You're the one who spots a contradiction that just feels off. You're the one who introduces a whole new idea to reframe the problem. You use your real-world, lived experience to correct the AI's blind spots. And maybe most importantly, you're the one who demands clarity, who pushes the AI to go deeper and not just settle for some vague, superficial answer. This whole Centaur model, it's more than just a clever trick. It really is the future of knowledge work. What it does is empower anyone with curiosity and critical thinking skills to tackle these huge society-level questions that used to be only for, big think tanks or university departments. At the end of the day, what this approach does is transform subjects like history and sociology from just dusty old academic topics into what they really are. They're the source code for decoding human society. They give us the fundamental logic for understanding how our world actually works. So here's the big takeaway. You now have access to an incredibly powerful thinking partner, one that's ready to help you make sense of all the world's knowledge. So the only real question left is, what wicked problem are you going to explore first?